Imagine discovering that what you put on your plate every day might be silently undermining your health. Many foods that are frequently consumed, believed to be harmless or even healthy, actually hide dangers that gradually compromise the body. While marketing promotes certain products as nutritious options, science tells a different story. And if you aim for longevity and want to avoid serious diseases, it's essential to know these secrets. The good news is that by becoming informed about these poisons disguised as food, you gain the power to turn things around and make choices that truly promote health. Get ready to find out, without sugarcoating, how some of your daily choices might be shortening your years and compromising your quality of life. Are you ready for this eye-opening truth? Many people believe that by choosing whole wheat bread over white bread, they're automatically making a healthier choice. However, this is one of the most common misconceptions in healthy eating. Both types of bread, when processed, end up losing nutrients and causing quick spikes in blood sugar. Imagine the hunger that kicks in right after you eat a slice of white bread or even whole wheat. This feeling is real and is a result of these glucose spikes. In the long run, the effect is a loss of energy throughout the day and, worse, an increased risk of developing issues like type 2 diabetes. But why is it so hard to notice this? After all, whole wheat bread even looks like a nutritious option. The fiber difference between the two types is minimal, meaning their glycemic index is quite similar. In other words, consuming either one triggers a similar insulin spike. And this repeated rapid insulin release over the years is a recipe for health problems. So, is what you consider healthy actually safe for your body? The glycemic index is often viewed as the sole indicator of how healthy a food might be for those aiming to avoid blood sugar spikes. But this simplistic view can be misleading. For instance, the difference in glycemic index between white and whole wheat bread is minimal, and both still elevate glucose levels in similar ways. Studies show that these repeated spikes force the pancreas to work overtime, which doesn't favor longevity or help prevent metabolic diseases. Likewise, high glycemic foods demand extra effort from the body, leading to wear and tear over time. This highlights that it's not enough to simply focus on the glycemic index. We need to recognize that a truly healthy diet involves choosing foods that release glucose more slowly and steadily. What if there were overlooked alternatives that could change everything? Modern grains like white rice and instant oats are classic examples of starch-rich foods that quickly convert into glucose in the body. This means that although these grains are quite popular, their digestion is so rapid that they provide only a fleeting burst of energy, followed by a quick crash. In contrast, ancient grains such as spelt and emmer wheat have a sturdier structure and offer a slower release of glucose, helping maintain stable energy levels. Swapping white rice for a portion of spelt or quinoa, for instance, can make a noticeable difference in energy and appetite control. Is your breakfast helping or hurting your health? Who hasn't thought that a glass of fruit juice in the morning is a symbol of health? In reality, juices and sugary cereals, despite their healthy image, are loaded with sugar and can be just as harmful as soft drinks. A single glass of orange juice, for instance, contains enough sugar to spike blood glucose levels quickly, creating peaks that, if repeated, pave the way for issues like insulin resistance. These frequent spikes make metabolism less efficient and gradually wear down the body, a hidden impact most people don't even realize. And cereals? Those vitamin-fortified options promising an energized morning are, most of the time, just sugar in disguise. When you eat sugar-heavy cereals, your body experiences an energy roller coaster. A quick high, followed by an abrupt crash. This constant fluctuation leads to a harder-to-control appetite and unstable energy levels. But what about those foods you consider a guilty pleasure? Do they hide something even darker? Fast food is tempting, convenient, tasty, and, for many, even a reward. But in reality, these foods are true health traps. The issue goes far beyond calories. We're talking about highly processed products packed with unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium, offering virtually no nutritional value. With an explosion of artificial flavors, they deceive the palate while contributing to blood sugar spikes that, over time, throw the body off balance, and strain the metabolism. When faced with this combo of harmful substances, the body wears itself out trying to eliminate the excess. And what about the daily consequences of this habit? Studies show that regular fast food consumption is linked to an increased risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension. The satiety from these foods is temporary, and shortly after the meal, the body misses real nutrients, sparking cravings for more food and creating an addictive cycle. And what about the drinks that accompany these quick meals? What's their real effect? Sugary drinks like sodas and packaged juices are among the biggest villains in modern diets. Although they're tasty and refreshing, they contain alarming amounts of sugar, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup. This type of sugar is quickly absorbed by the body, causing spikes in glucose and insulin levels. Beyond that, these drinks offer nothing but empty calories, no nutrients, no fiber, nothing that actually benefits health. Imagine that by drinking a soda, you're literally drinking your way to risks like obesity and diabetes. Studies indicate that frequent consumption of sugary drinks increases insulin resistance and overburdens the liver, which has to metabolize the massive sugar intake. Over time, this becomes a ticking time bomb for the body, promoting inflammation and damaging longevity. Those aiming for a healthy diet might consider alternatives like lemon water or herbal teas. Have you ever stopped to think that your healthy breakfast might have a hidden side? Breakfast is often promoted as the most important meal of the day, but supposedly healthy choices can hide traps. A common example is cereal with skim milk, which despite its light image, is usually loaded with sugar. This combination causes a quick release of glucose into the bloodstream, resulting in a burst of energy followed by a sharp drop, a real back and forth that destabilizes the body and can harm health in the long run. Instead of boosting our energy, these foods end up stealing our stamina throughout the day. And what about packaged juices, often included in breakfast as a symbol of healthy eating? The truth is that these juices contain as much sugar as soda, contributing to weight gain and insulin resistance. A smarter choice is to include proteins and healthy fats in breakfast, like eggs and avocado, which promotes satiety without sudden energy swings. Is what you drink to gain energy actually leaving you more tired? Energy drinks are marketed as instant solutions for boosting energy, but the reality is far less glamorous. While they provide an explosion of energy, this effect is only a fleeting illusion. These drinks typically contain high doses of caffeine and sugar, which when combined, overload the body and cause rapid energy spikes followed by a steep crash. This energy roller coaster is exhausting for the body, and over time, it contributes to adrenal fatigue, a condition where the glands responsible for producing hormones like cortisol become worn out. Studies show that frequent consumption of energy drinks can increase the risk of heart problems, especially in young people. The heart is pushed to a high and unnatural pace, posing a risk to cardiovascular health. For a healthier energy boost, a better alternative is to rely on natural sources, such as green tea or even a morning walk, which stimulate energy without straining the body. And what about those irresistible crunchy foods? Do they come with a hidden cost? Fried foods are irresistible for many, but they also carry a high health cost. The oils used for frying, especially in places where they're reused multiple times, become increasingly toxic. When these oils are repeatedly exposed to high temperatures, they undergo chemical changes that produce harmful compounds. Once ingested, these compounds overburden the liver and increase the risk of chronic diseases, such as heart problems and even some cancers. So, that crispy French fry might be frying more than just your resolve to eat healthy. A fascinating study found that frequent consumption of fried foods is linked to higher levels of LDL cholesterol, known as bad cholesterol, and to fat buildup in the arteries. This damages blood circulation and raises the risk of heart attacks and strokes. A popular alternative is the use of air fryers, which can provide a crispy texture with minimal oil. However, moderation and mindful food choices are still essential. But the impact extends beyond what we eat. Is what we drink also sabotaging us? Alcohol, present in so many cultures and celebrations, can be an occasional pleasure, but its impact on health is more complex than it seems. In small doses, some studies even suggest heart benefits, especially with red wine, which contains antioxidants like resveratrol. However, when consumption exceeds limits, the effects become harmful. Alcohol is a neurotoxin, and in excess, it directly affects the brain, impairing cognitive function and increasing the risk of diseases like dementia. Additionally, the liver, which processes alcohol, becomes overburdened and vulnerable to severe damage, such as cirrhosis. There's also an impact on the immune system and the absorption of essential nutrients, compromising overall health and longevity. In high amounts, alcohol hampers the body's recovery and opens doors to various diseases. For those who enjoy an occasional toast, moderation is key. Replacing some drinking occasions with natural juices or teas can make a big difference to health. With this approach, it's possible to celebrate without sacrificing well-being. As we wrap up, here's a reflection. How many of these habits truly play a role in our daily lives? And how do they influence our quality of life? Share your thoughts in the comments. And to keep going on this journey of self-care and prevention, stay tuned for upcoming videos. There's always more to discover about choices that affect our quality of life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you won't miss any tips that could make a difference. Plus, on the next screen, you'll find a revealing video on the deadly mistake in the kitchen that might be making your family sick. A tip that might surprise you. That's it for today's video. Take care, and see you next time.